This is day 69 in the Hamas-Israel war, and I'm Yair Pinto, reporting to you from Israel. Yesterday, Ismail Haniyeh, the leader of the Hamas terror organization, issued a statement from Qatar, where he's hiding, stating that Hamas, his terror organization, is not going anywhere and that it is part of the solution for the Palestinian future. I cannot accept that. Me, the nation of Israel, the IDF, will not accept a future with a terror organization like Hamas on its border. You need to understand that Hamas is stating clearly that its purpose is to annihilate Israel and the Jewish people. I came home for a little more than a day after not seeing my family for close to 2 weeks. It was very hard to say goodbye and wear these uniforms again and return to the army. It's been already 2 months of being away from my family, my job, my career, my friends, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes and stay in the army for as long as possible until we complete our mission and destroy Hamas. We have no future with Hamas on our borders. And this is not just me. This is the entire nation of Israel. All the Israelis that are part of the IDF are supporting us in this battle against Hamas. And their families, our families back at home, are united with us. All of us want to complete this mission and will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. It can be a year, it can be longer than that. We will do whatever it takes until we defeat Hamas. For the sake of Israel, for the sake of the Middle East, and for the sake of the entire world. This battle is hard, and the IDF is losing more soldiers every day. But all of them know the risk involved in entering the Gaza Strip and entering a war against Hamas. We are all prepared to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes until we complete our mission. Yesterday, the IDF spokesperson's unit, Daniel Agari, stated that the feeling is hard 1 day after we buried 10 of our best soldiers and officers that fell in the battles in the Gaza Strip. The slogan of Golani is My Golani. So today, it's our Golani. Golani Shelanu. The Gaza Strip is one of the most densely populated areas in the entire world. And Hamas is controlling each corner of the streets and has its terror operatives and terror positions underneath the ground, inside residential buildings, inside governmental buildings, inside hospitals, kindergartens, schools, making the fighting there almost impossible for the forces. The IDF that operate inside these neighborhoods have to go door to door in order to check if there are Israeli hostages inside and any intelligence information that can help us to identify their locations. The soldiers are risking their lives because Hamas is placing explosive devices on the buildings that the IDF is looking into. This war is super complicated for any army, but for the IDF it's even more complicated because the IDF is a humane army and we do not want to harm the civilians in the Gaza Strip while attempting to destroy Hamas. Moreover, the soldiers that are fighting inside these streets in the Gaza Strip are facing Hamas terrorists face to face, in corridors, behind doors, behind corners of buildings, making each interaction deadly for us as well as for the terrorists. Yesterday, in the southern part of the Gaza Strip, IDF forces encountered Hamas terrorists in the area of a school. The terrorists opened fire using sniper rifles and RPGs at the forces that advanced towards the terror locations. Using unmanned aerial vehicles, the IDF received a wider picture of the locations of the terrorists and were able to advance. After receiving the full picture, the IDF revealed an underground command terror station beneath the school and within the classrooms. After identifying that the whole structure was operated by Hamas in order to conduct attacks against the troops, the IDF called an airstrike and destroyed the Hamas location. IDF infantry units from the Golani Brigade are advancing in the area of Sajaiya, in the northern part of the Gaza Strip. In a kasbah of Sajaiya, Kasbah is a densely populated area. It's basically the heart of the town. In that area, the buildings are attached to each other, and it's very hard to navigate and operate from within such a densely populated area. In the world, just imagine how hard it is to operate within these streets when you know that every door you open might cause an explosion to erupt that the terrorists placed on the other side. And on the other hand, the terrorists are preventing the civilians to evacuate the area because they want to make it harder for the Israeli troops to conduct their operations, and they want to use the civilians as human shields. These are the dilemmas that the IDF needs to deal with every day of this war, while at the same time receiving international pressure to stop the fight without any military achievements, without releasing our hostages, and without destroying Hamas. On Israel's northern border, in the battle against Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hezbollah launched rockets towards communities in Israel. No injuries were reported, but the IDF targeted Hezbollah terror cells and command positions within Lebanon. This war can deteriorate fast. So I'm fighting in this war for more than 2 months now. It's very hard. It's very hard on me. I miss my family. I miss my friends. I miss my job. It's very hard on my wife and my kids that need me at home. But this is not new to the state of Israel. In its history, every 10 years or so, Israel had to fight a war for the right to exist. And this is a war like that. We are fighting in order to live here, in this region, in the nation of Israel. This war includes not only the soldiers that are part of the IDF. This war includes the families back at home that are supporting us and enabling us to continue every day to do our jobs in order to defeat Hamas. So please, when you pray for Israel, pray for the families of the soldiers back at home. We are all together here. And I am proud to call myself an Israeli, and I believe that God is on our side, like He always have been on Israel's side in the history since the times of the Bible. We will win this war because we are united and because God is with us. So please join me in prayer for the peace of Jerusalem.